back to the channel, Back in the Closet. My name's Stacy. I just want to give you a warm welcome. I know how precious time is, so just you hopping on here for the few minutes that I'm going to talk about something. I just really appreciate your time and your efforts on hanging out and coming in and listening to my testimony, the things that I've been through, a little bit of comedy, a little bit of sadness. I'm just trying to be transparent and honest and as raw as I possibly can, because we live in such a fake ass world, right? Can I hear an amen on that? Anyway, I am going to talk a little bit about being back in the closet, what that means for me. Some people are freaking out about it. Either way, like, oh my God, you can't be yourself anymore, or oh my God, thank God, we've been waiting on you. It's just like so much crap going on in my life, so much commentary on my life when people just need to, encourage one another and focus on themselves. So let's get into it. I'm going to say the Lord's Prayer real quick, and then we'll get started. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. Hey, thank you guys so much again. I just couldn't tell you what a joy it is to be in this creative outlet, even though it's something that I totally did not want to do. And the Lord has been tugging on me, and I was just like, okay, finally I'll do it. So anyway, I just want to talk a little bit about coming out of the closet. When I came out of the closet, it was a really hard time in my life. I had came off drugs. I had built up myself from this broken person after alleviating almost all my friends from my life. So that was an intense time of sadness and grief. And I, believe it or not, I made it through the whole drug experience a virgin. I don't know how that happened, but I praise the Lord in it. That could have been a disaster. I think that I was really struggling with my sexuality, who I was, my identity, the hurt I had in my heart, either from my family or what I just imagined in my own mind. Some of my friends really hurt me. Some of my friends didn't understand me and kind of just left me in the dark. So lots and lots of emotions were happening then. So isn't it funny that you're building yourself up, but as soon as you're trying to better yourself, there's that counteraction coming at you. And I struggled with that, am I doing the right thing? But I really thought in my mind that I was coming out of this lifestyle of drugs and madness and unbalance and all this stuff, and I was getting my life together, went to school, got a good job, all these things. And I was just when I came out of the closet, in my head, I was like, I'm not going to settle. In hindsight, the spirit of lust is a very freaking heavy thing. I fell in love with the woman of my earthly dreams, and here we are starting a life together. I had all these plans for my life, and I had in it my own responsibility to uphold what I really feel is true. I diverted from that. I never got married, which now I'm grateful for, but at the same time, I spent a lot of time there. I don't regret the time, because I really think that everything happens for a reason. I really think that every single scenario that you go through is a possibility for God to show up and show out. So I delight in those times, even though some of those times bring some excruciating pain. So anyway, just my main concern, yes, I had this experience of coming out of the closet, but what I want to show in Back in the Closet, I came out of the closet once, and I'm going back in. Holy shit. I don't judge anyone for what they do sexually. I think that's none of my business. It's between you, your partner, and God. I have no intentions on turning people straight or praying the gay out of them. I think this walk is all you. I think at the end of the day, it's going to be you that sits down with the Creator, and He's going to ask you, hey, how was this life? What did you do to glorify me or bring my people? How did you serve the least of these? And I want to be ready for that question. And in my own life, even though I loved the person that I was with, we had a family vibe. I had a really beautiful family in her family that I really surrendered to the Lord. I had friends that I had to surrender because of that situation. I had a dog. I had all these surrenders that were made for one purpose: to become more holy, to become more righteous in the Lord. I had put every single thing, my career, my love, anything, my interests, hobbies, all of that was in between my relationship with God. I know God, I know of God, I always have, I always will, but for the first time in my life, surrendering the most valuable things that I have is my mind frame, man. I don't want to do anything to resist the Lord anymore. I have done it numerous times in my life. I'm in my 40s. It's time to just flow with it. It is so crucial. And I'm telling you, if you're really walking in freedom, you're going to better yourself. You're going to get stronger. You're going to get more endurance. You're going to show yourself you are way stronger than you thought you were. And that just invites so much boldness and courageousness. And even when your people are like hating on you because you're saying your facts, or you're saying something that you mean and you don't want to say it maybe, but you say it. Those types of situations make you the peacemaker. They shine light on the darkness, even when it's the most hard thing to say, or you might hurt their feelings, or they might just totally shun you. Who knows what will happen? But stay the course. There's no purpose in a relationship that is sucking the life out of you. You have the right to set a boundary. You have the right to never settle for anything that God has for you, and that you can do for yourself as well as your own accountability and responsibility in your walk with the Lord. Sometimes people divert and just worry about themselves. I'm not saying put yourself before God. I'm saying ask God to help you and guide you and really set yourself free. Like if you're fretting and stewing instead of believing in God, that's not the walk. We were not put here to be miserable. We were here to strive and to do wondrous things and live in this crazy, magical, step-by-step relationship that we have with the Lord. That is our main purpose. So you are created to worship. You're just going to choose what you're going to worship. So anyway, I just want to, homosexuality is a big thing right now. Everybody's talking about it, which it seems like always something so emotional going on. I want to break it down for people. Like, you have your truth. I have my truth. You have every right to talk, say, and do as you please. I really feel like if you're not hurting humans or animals, then there's no reason you can have your free speech. You can have everything that you want in life. But at the end of the day, you have to really, really, really focus on how you're going to navigate your journey. You're going to have to, I'm a firm believer in the church. like going to church. I know there's a lot of church trauma out there, but do focus on the positive things. Like, I know there's church trauma, but surely there's more good people in the church than there's bad. I know that there's bad people in church because I know that Satan is probably in the church way thicker than he is anywhere else. Reason being is that's a perfect way to get to weakness or sickness, because that's who's going to the church. For the, like, church is not for the freaking sanctified religious people. Church is for the weak, sick people. And I'm one of them. And I delight in the fact that even though I'm a failure sometimes, God picks me up and he puts me back in his plan. Like they say, you know, like the word says, who the Son sets free, he is free indeed. You walk boldly, even if you stub your toe. Everybody has a right to learn. You know how much I learned in my own career on things, what to do, what not to do. That's all through failure. It's not through winning. So be respectful for the person aside you walking their journey. Maybe they're not as far as you are, or maybe they're not going the same way that you are. But we can have respect and encourage that person along the way. You have the right to be who you are and live in your truth. And you can meditate on on what you think is your purpose in life. Really listen to the word and get into it. And if you're walking those steps, I'm telling you right now, your most loved ones are going to come after you. They're going to be jealous of you. They're going to be hateful. They're going to be judgmental. And they're all going to say that they probably are the most loving and unjudgmental people around. If someone has to tell you that, they probably are. So, a little bit on the church. I'm going to play this little clip from TikTok. It's this girl I follow. She's really, really good, and she's like really fiery too. So I really like that. So check her out.
That's the whole point. The point is not that Jesus ate with sinners. The point is that the sinners were willing to eat with Jesus. Now I want you to think about something for a second. How many sinners or people living like the world do you know or hear about want to have anything to do with Christians? Because I can't think of any. And if that doesn't tell us everything we need to know about how we're falling short, I don't know what does. I have this theory, and just hear me out, and I will die on this hill, that the biggest reason that people don't believe in God has nothing to do with science, has nothing to do with other religions, doesn't have anything to do with that. I believe that the biggest reason people don't have anything to do with Christianity is because people who claim to be Christians, who claim to be followers of Jesus, act the exact opposite of the way that the Bible commands us to act. Jesus said in John 13 to love one another as I have loved you. How did he love us? He found us in our broken, beat down mess and allowed his love to transform us from the inside out. How are we doing that if all we are known for as the Christian church is hate and condemnation and judgment? Because here's the thing, you cannot throw stones if you're busy washing feet. If you're busy washing feet and loving people, the rest of everything else will fall into place. And while I'm at it, we have got to stop acting like we as Christian people, especially if you have a title, whether that's preacher, teacher, whatever, that you don't struggle with anything once you get there, because that's not true. It's not true at all. When we start being open about our struggles, when we start being open about our testimonies, when we start being open about loving people and asking the Lord to give us his love and the ability to see people through his eyes, that is when we will make a difference in the world. And that is when people will see Jesus for who he is.
Wow, that had so much in it. It's so good, but it is so true, guys. Like, if you're a believer, especially now in today's world, like there is so much noise and just lives shattering every which way. And for us to meet someone right where they are, wash their feet, serve them, that's where it's at, dude. Like, that is the freaking gospel. And maybe you forgot what God saved you from. Maybe you're just going through the rhythm of, oh, well, I serve in the church and I go to church. My church does this and we have this many on a Sunday morning. Blah, 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 blah. That stuff doesn't matter to the people that need to be set free. What matters is your transparency. What matters is you telling people what God's doing in your life and what he has done. Do not forget that. I think as Christians, sometimes we get saved and then 30, 40 years down the road, we don't even know why we're walking. Like, I'm sorry, but if you're like, humble yourself. I'm learning this too. Humble yourself, shut your mouth, focus, and find people to serve, whether they believe how you believe or not. You love them through it. You forgive them through it. Have compassion, people. This is a hurting world, and for us to be a free people, we should be reaching out and really helping people, not just worrying and fretting or celebrating our guy won or whatever it may be. Like, our guy should be God. There is no man and no political figure or no public figure, no person that should be followed more than Jesus Christ. If you don't believe it, get off the channel. If you believe it, start practicing it with people that want to hop off the channel. That's why they want to hop off, because they don't care to hear about the church because the church has hurt them. Well, I think I heard this the other day. Like, someone needs to say, instead of the church hurt me, like Stacy hurt me. Like, let's individualize it. Let's go to that person and figure out the problem, because those people that hurt you in the church, I can guarantee you they're at your job on Monday. You're going to stop going to your job. I can guarantee you they are at your school. You're going to stop going to school. I can guarantee you they are at your friend's house because it's a mutual friend. You're going to stop hanging out with your friend because of this other person. Now, you got to set boundaries, of course, for yourself and guard your heart. But when is enough enough? When is enough to say that the church is the problem? Like, God is all we've got. Without him, we have nothing. And everybody wants to think about, I can just do it by myself. I know the way. You did not create yourself. Why wouldn't you source the person that created you? Why wouldn't you source the entity that has your back, that wants to live inside you and guide you and direct you and love you when you're so desolate, in the wilderness, have no one? All the people that you love have totally failed you. He's there. And this society is just so depressed and so low, and it's just not the truth. There's nobody that has it worse than Jesus did. And he's ready to guide you and walk you through it. You just have to surrender. This is a life of surrender. I'm not talking about, like, I'm not going to eat cake for the next 10 days. I'm talking about every single day, Lord, please expose the darkness in me. Expose the bitterness in me. Try to mend it. Make it flesh again, because it's cement right now. I understand, because I've been hurt. Like, who hasn't been hurt? But at the end of the day, you're going to just lift yourself above it. Ask a friend to help you lift yourself, or are you just going to isolate? Isolation, man, it's going to get you nowhere. But I want to encourage you, a little ranting and raving here. You have a journey, and it's not going to look like the person next to you, and don't expect it to. There might be similarities and, overlapping and things where you can help each other, but it's not going to be your walk. And I think Christians get so spooked with how God works because they're trying to understand God on their own understanding. Impossible. You cannot understand God. It says, like numerous times in the Bible about how you've got to look beyond. There's no way you can understand God. So don't try. But when I left my relationship, the last relationship that I had, I knew my relationships were false. There was no commitment. There was no stable, concrete vow that no matter what, we were going to be together. So when you surrender your life, like I did, I surrendered my partner and my dog, and I had no idea what that meant. Even leaving, like there were struggles after that. I was just like, what the heck is this even? What in the hell is happening to me? There's so many things that happened even after the surrender because it was so off balance that I had to come back. I had to come back to the straight and arrow. And I definitely think God could have set me back. Like when I was relieved from drugs, I mean, I just got set back right in. It's not like I had, thank the Lord, I didn't have a bunch of withdrawals and things like that. But that's for a purpose. It's a process. So when I left, many people asked me, what does this mean? What does this mean? You know, like, I encourage you to try to really use discernment when someone's being so vulnerable, and try to meet them where they're at instead of you trying to understand where they're at. Meet them where they're at means compassion, a listening ear, ask how they're doing. That's something that I thought I would always have is community. And man, my community, it diminished when I was a drug addict, but it was like stolen from me. The most close people that I had in my life either were upset with me because I didn't want to be gay anymore, or upset with me because I wasn't walking like they thought I should walk. Or listening to my hurt when I was stating my truth instead of being a people pleaser anymore. Those types of scenarios. I mean, man, talk about shake the boat. It's crazy. So when people are trying to come out or break free or break a stronghold on themselves, be a friend, serve them, give them a meal. Like that. I think that's where you find the most blessing. And I can guarantee that you're serving God in that scenario. If someone comes to you and you turn them away, you're turning away God. So be alert for those people that need encouragement. Be there for them. If they are struggling in a way that you've struggled, be honest with them. Shine a light on your darkness. Be transparent. Help them through it. Get their hand and pull them up. And if you haven't been through it, try to ask the Lord to help you understand it or to guide you through it. Don't work on your own understanding, especially if you have a prejudice against someone that doesn't think like you. You get crazy. So anyway, there's always a process. Don't expect people to be on your page. Don't expect people to think like you or love like you. It doesn't work like that. Just be diligent. Something I'm working for this year is just to be intentional on what I say and do, and to just love and serve, even though people are hurting you. Just do it. So anyway, I just want to tell you, like, if someone comes to you and they're having a breakthrough, just pray with them, be encouraging for them, listen to them. Not everybody needs a speech or a criticism. And especially, like, I just see so many people judging. I'm sorry people say judgment at the church. Man, I see it in the world. I've seen it on my own life, in the world and in the church. So you're preaching to the choir. Quit your bitching, pull up your panties, and let's move on. At some point, you have got to take ownership and say, enough is enough. I'm going to guard my heart. I'm not going to let these people get to me. And I'm struggling with that right now. Like, where is that balance of being disrespectful or being guarding yourself? Because I can be an asshole. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But to really just find discernment, to be compassionate and peaceful at the same time as stating the truth. So I just wanted to play this last clip about this seed. Sometimes when you plant a seed, or a seed gets planted in you, you've got to be patient. It's not just overnight. We all know, we've all tried to, well, most of us have tried to grow a garden or plants of some sort, and sometimes that can be very aggravating because maybe we're impatient. So this just kind of talks about that. Check it out.
Some seeds, I love this. This is so good. Some seeds need a winter before they can sprout. You plant it in the summer. Where's it at? Where's it at? That seed is actually going to go through the whole winter because it's protecting itself. Because if it comes through in the wrong season, the season will kill the fruit. So the seed has been engineered to stay below until the winter waters it. Some of you are in the winter and you're like, God, I want it now. And God's like, if it comes now, it will ruin the fruit. It has to stay below so the cold doesn't kill what I've called you to birth.
Wow. So he's stating right there, like, the seed has to go through the winter. It's got to, like, break down and start this life process. And it can't even spring up until it's ready, because the winter will just kill it. So be graceful on yourself. Have that same grace that God's had on you towards yourself. It starts with yourself. You have a lot of accountability, and you have a lot of you have a lot of love to give, but you cannot make it happen before it's uprooted. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have got to work on things so you can carry out this day-by-day journey or this purpose that God has for you. You might see where it's going. You might not. But have faith. Set yourself set yourself a time where you can really hone in and get into the Word and get that guidance that you need, that stability to build endurance. And I can guarantee you it will start to prune on you so you can give that grace out that's been given to you. But don't speed up your healing. Don't deny a feeling. Even though feelings can be inaccurate a lot of times, our minds are our biggest battlefield, I think. You still have the right to just stay in it. Wherever you're at, you are in the right place at the right time, and God will help you through it, not man. There's nobody on this planet that's going to help you besides yourself working with your Creator. That's the best purpose that you can be in. So anyway, I have been rambling for almost 28 minutes, so I'm going to give it up. But I just appreciate your time so much, and keep being positive, man. Even though people are throwing darts at your head, keep the course. You're dealing with a spiritual realm. You are not dealing with the person that you love, your flesh and blood. So be encouraging. Love that person, because you're probably dealing with Jesus right then and there. So love you guys. Take care. See you later.